is going to be hard to talk about, especially since I have to say not so nice things about this movie, huh? Hello, everyone, and welcome to NerdTaku, where we appreciate anime from everywhere around the world. And, well, today is Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie, but not just any Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie. Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie, The Pyramid of Light, or Yu-Gi-Oh! The Pyramid of Light. Now, if you're familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh!, you're probably familiar with the card game, which I do have my cards inside of this little deck box, as you can see. So yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie, which was released in 2004. Ah, yes, when I was a grand lad of 9 or 8 years old when this movie was released. Everybody was excited for it, and sadly, when I go back and watch it after my Yu-Gi-Oh! Establishment, yeah, it's not as good as I remember, like, at all. And this was made by 4Kids, so of course, 4Kids, literally, they destroy almost everything that they touch. I said almost. So, if you're familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! Then when you were a kid, like I was, you probably saw this entering on Cartoon Network. If you remember, it aired on Cartoon Network when it was released. It was also released in theaters. It was released almost everywhere at the same time. Sadly, this movie sucks a lot. So this is after season 2 of the franchise, which is the Battle Cities arc, and this is before we enter the season 3 arc, which is the Virtual World arc. Also, this is non-canon to the anime, so don't even worry about seeing this before you watch season 3. You don't need to know anything that goes on in here. But what happens is that Yugi is pronounced king of games, he's beaten Yami Bakura, he saved the world, and now he basically is a celebrity, and he can't seem to live that down. Everybody goes up to him about being, the king of games. Oh my god, it's the king of games, the king of games, And still, Seto Kaiba, being the stubborn man-child that he is, still won't admit defeat that Yugi is now the proclaimed champion of the world. So he's building a device that is trying to beat Yugi's God cards, and of course he can't do it. Every time he tries to, Yugi bullshits his way out of it, as he always does. So Kaiba goes and sees one man about this, and that is Maximilian Pegasus. He of course dueled Pegasus, and he takes the card from him. Not knowing knowledge to Pegasus, he takes, I think it's like 5 cards from Pegasus, and Pegasus goes, 5? Kaiba, there's supposed to be only 2. 2 cards that can beat the God card. The one is the Pyramid of Light, and the other one is, I believe, the Blue-Eyed Shining Dragon. Besides that, there is no other cards, And this all had to deal with Anubis. Yeah, the Egyptian god of death. Yeah. Let that sink in for a minute. So Anubis has this Pyramid of Light, and when Kaiba activates it when he duels Yugi later on, Anubis is released. He captures the soul of Joey, Tristan, Taya, and Yugi, but he leaves Yami and Kaiba dueling. I don't know anymore. He traps him in this, basically, God forbid, the Mummy universe. Didn't one of the Mummy movies come out in 2004? Like The Mummy Returns, I think it is. So, yeah, it also has like a Mummy Returns vibe going on for it. And yet, sadly, the ending is really poor, because the cards that they use to duel with, okay, I'm just gonna pull one out, a random one out, for example. Okay, here we go. The cards that they use to duel with look like this. You know how usually how it's like basically covered up and all you have is that with the attack and defense points and the level of the monster? Yeah, no. They didn't care. They just, somebody was at the desk, young Bob over there was at the desk, and you're like, hey guys, we gotta make Yu-Gi-Oh cards, how can we do it? Just copy and paste the ones that we have here. You know what was the worst part? They sold decks at the time, or card packs, to go with this, and I stupidly bought one. I don't have any of the cards, but I stupidly bought one, and I had all the Anubis cards. I didn't have Blue-Eyed Shining Dragon. That's what I wanted, but yeah. And also the bullshit ending really sucks. when both Kaiba and Yugi team up to duel against Anubis, who becomes this giant monstrosity, and it's like you. I can't, man. I mean, I know that you're probably thinking like, oh, but Merrick merged with Raw. Yeah, but at least Merrick had an explanation why he merged with Raw. He didn't just do it because. He did it for legitimately good reasons. So I mean, it's like he had good reasons. And everybody doesn't like the virtual world arc onward, like the Dueling of the Dragons, and then like the Pyramid arc, which is like Yami going home. Nobody really liked those, but I have to say I really did. But this movie just, I know that it's my childhood, but it sucked. I know it explains the beginning of how Yugi met Yami, and I appreciate that, and explaining the pyramid, how it's connected to Anubis, I can appreciate that. Um, and how it ties into ancient Egypt, which we saw in the Battle City arc in the last Battle City tournament where Yugi faced off against Kaiba, and they're floating around ancient Egypt, seeing their ancestors. Sort of like a Hawkman sort of thing going on there, but this, this sucks. I'm sorry to say. Everything else was just practice. Yeah. If you want to see a better Yu-Gi-Oh movie, I can recommend 3 off the top of my head. One you can watch on YouTube, the others you have to find somewhere else. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds Beyond Time, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark-Sided Dimensions, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged Bonds Beyond Time. So if you haven't checked out Little Karibo's Bond Beyond Time movie, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's the funniest movie I've ever seen. I can even go back and watch it and still laugh when the moments happen in it. Support Little Karibo, people. Support Little Karibo. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe as always, and I'll see you back here for another NerdTaku. But this one sucked too. So remember how I said hopefully that next time it will review something that is not so bad? Yeah, this one is. But hopefully, when I see you guys back here on Monday, hopefully that will have something even better for you. Until next time.